And so I started seeking out professional help from the medical community with my doctor and going from specialist to specialist. And to make a long story short, I went everywhere from holistic to naturopathic, paying a lot of money. Hey, Dana McNeill here, Call Coach Dana, and I want to share a little bit about my story, a little bit about why I know that you're in the right place, because you're going to be able to relate to so much that I'm going to share with you. About 19 years ago, I gave birth to my third child, a son, and my first two children were 16 and almost 20 when he was born. And I was in my 40s, and it kind of rocked my world. And I will tell you, I was in a good place in my life to where I had lots of freedom and flexibility as far as time and finances. So it wasn't that I was under any stress, I didn't think, and I felt great. I felt like I was in my 20s. I had a great pregnancy. But kind of the perfect storm happened when I had him. It was a scheduled C-section. I had a spinal tap. I nursed him. I was getting very little sleep because I was very determined I was going to nurse him, and there was going to be no supplemental bottles or pumps or any of that stuff, and there wasn't. And it wasn't easy because I had to overcome some doctors and nurses kind of trying to tell me, no, we got to do this and do it this way. And I'm like, nope, I have my mindset. But then I came home, I experienced a little bit of postpartum depression. I had a little bit of postpartum thyroiditis. Some things were going on, and I wasn't feeling great, having some carpal tunnel in my wrist. I was having, lots of aches and pains, brain fog, no focus, just carrying around the extra weight of having the baby. And everyone had said, when you nurse the baby, that weight's just going to fall off. Well, it wasn't. And so I was just having some struggles. And so I started seeking out professional help from the medical community with my doctor and going from specialist to specialist. And to make a long story short, I went everywhere from holistic to naturopathic, paying a lot of money, things that my insurance covered, things my insurance didn't cover, chiropractic care, all of the things. So I did. And I ended up getting some really great tips from a holistic nutritionist that I am very grateful for, and also my chiropractor. So through that therapy, I really was able to overcome the symptoms that I was having and drop the weight and feel so much better. And the main thing that happened to me that I'm really going to talk about more than anything else, and I'm super passionate about this, is eliminating toxicity from your life. So toxins come in through our mouth and into our digestive system, but toxins also come in from the air we breathe and into our lungs, from the things we put in our hair, on our skin. All of those things matter, and they do affect us. Well, so for years I had created some really great habits, and I did great, and I was feeling great, and I was energetic, and I was looking good, and I was, getting my focus back, and everything was going great. And then some life things happened, and I know you can relate to that because, there's always going to be a death in the family, sickness, financial strain, relationship issues. There's always going to be something, but I went through something that kind of turned things around for me, and I didn't realize it at the time. And sometimes we don't. We know that we have little triggers that happen and things that kind of trigger us to make a decision, this decision versus another. And sometimes we don't even realize it. I wish then I had been spending some time with someone that was really helping me to navigate through, and I would have never gone down that wrong path, but I did. And then a few years later, here come those symptoms again, except for they were very, very different. And I really felt like I had Alzheimer's disease. I couldn't focus. I couldn't do the things on my computer that I was used to doing every day. I couldn't remember people's names. Now listen, I still struggle with that a little bit, always have. But it was bad, and I was in a position in my career where I really needed to remember people. It was a relationship building business. And I just couldn't remember people. I hurt, my feet hurt, my hands hurt. I just had aches and pains, and I just wasn't myself. And guess what? I had picked up 35 pounds again that I just couldn't shake, and I just didn't feel good. My energy level was down. I was not sleeping at all. Just lots of disruptive sleep. And so back again on that little hamster wheel of going to doctor to doctor to doctor. You would have thought that I would have gone right back to knowing what I knew, but I didn't. I didn't know, because this was different from what I was experiencing before. A lot of crazy little symptoms, but different. I thought I had broken bones in my feet. I didn't. I thought I had Alzheimer's. I didn't. And so I ended up seeing a doctor, again, a series of doctors, but I got diagnosed with another autoimmune disease. And so I'm like, okay, I understand now that autoimmune disease is autoimmune disease, and one is going to have, you treat one like the other, sort of, kind of. And so I just resorted back to some of the same things I'd done before, and guess what? I got well. I got better. Dropped the weight. I felt amazing again. My energy level went up through the roof. I was sleeping again. All the things happened because I eliminated the toxicity. Now I know that you're thinking, well, gosh, Dana, that's simple. I'll just eliminate the toxicity. Well, that's not, it's easy. I mean, it's a simple solution, but it's not easy. And you're going to feel like the fish swimming upstream all the time, or like you're running up against a brick wall and you just can't knock it down. Because even though I knew what to do, and I had had great results before, and I'm a very determined person, and although I tell people all the time I'm not very disciplined, when I make up my mind, I'm so hard-headed, I can be very disciplined. But I can see where, had I had someone to help navigate that with me and help walk me through and give me the support, it would have been so much better. Because even your family doesn't understand when you're trying to tell them, I've got to change this or change that, or I need to reduce toxicity, or I need to not have this anymore, or whatever. And they're like, why? What? I don't understand. And so that's what I'm here for, to help navigate for you, to help blaze that trail for you, and to help give you the support that you need, not only for yourself, but for your family and for others, so that give you kind of the tools that you need to even help to explain when you need to. So I know we shouldn't have to explain, but I felt that I was always explaining my situation and why I was doing this or that, or not doing this or that. So anyway, that's a little bit about my story in a nutshell. I'm going to share a whole lot more and go into a whole lot more detail, but I just want you to kind of know that I have been down that path, and I know that it is a struggle to find the answers. And it is, even when you feel like you found the answers, it's a struggle to make the right decisions and to even know how. So I'm going to show you all the hows. And anyway, I know that you're going to be so glad that you're here, and I know that you're going to get so many nuggets and so much information from me that you're going to be able to do something with. So like I said, in my introduction, that I'm going to shoot it to you straight. I'm going to give you some real talk. I'm not going to talk over your head and tell you things to do and tell you things to go buy and get and do that you're not going to be able to even understand or where to figure it out. I'm going to walk you through. So listen, we can do this. I know, because I have, and it doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg. You don't have to break the bank to be healthy. People say all the time, I can't afford to be healthy. Really? Yes, you can. And I'm going to show you how. It's simple, it's easy, but it takes support and help, and it takes a little bit of structure and a little bit of know-how, but you can do this too. So I'm glad you're here following me. Just hit the like button, hit the follow, hit the subscribe button, and drop a comment below to let me know that you're here, you're still following, and that you're eager to hear what's to come, because I have lots more to share with you. All right, you can also click on my website below and see even more that I have to offer there. So anyway, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to taking you through the next steps to wellness, health, and a better quality of life.